Prosecutors claim Peter Murrell embezzled nearly £160,000 to buy goods for himself or others while his wife Nicola Sturgeon was First Minister. The ex-SNP chief executive allegedly splurged cash with at least 82 retailers, including Argos, Homebase and B&Q, plus luxury brands Harrods and Fortnum & Mason. Charges against Ms Sturgeon's estranged husband alleged he spent £159,757.39 of Nat's funds between December 11, 2014, weeks after she took over from Alex Salmond, and June 22, 2022. And it comes on top of the indictment claims that he spent more than £81,000 on Amazon over a 12-year period. It is part of almost £460,000 Murrell is accused of embezzling after a long-running police probe into a claim that an independence campaign fund had disappeared. Other retailers listed in the 7-page indictment obtained by the Scottish Sun include jewellery, drinks and footwear businesses. High-end pens firms Montblanc and Yard-O-Led are also named in the 6th of the 8 charges, as well as the Royal Mint, which sells gold coins and bars. We can reveal Murrell is accused of using SNP credit or charge cards to buy undisclosed items during the 7 years and 6 months when Ms Sturgeon was at the head of the Scottish Government. The other people for whom Murrell allegedly bought items are not given, but the indictment alleges the 61-year-old did purchase in person or online, with said purchases appearing on the Scottish National Party's credit card or charge card statements. Items to the total value of £159,757.39 for your own personal use or the personal use of others. It's claimed these purchases were made from retailers and then mentions 82 companies. Among everyday shops listed are Boots, Sainsbury's and Scottish-based Calder's Garden Centre, plus top-range department store Selfridges. Also including are Herring Shoes Limited, A Fine Pair of Shoes Limited and Church & Co. Several cosmetic brands also feature, including Molton Brown, plus Estee Lauder Cosmetics Limited, Estee Lauder's companies and subsidiaries Mac Online and Jo Malone. Others that Murrell is accused of buying from using embezzled cash include Shetland Jewellery, plus other jewellers Richmond, Hamilton & Inches and Lalique UK. Posh cookware firms Le Creuset UK Limited and Richmond Cook Shop are also mentioned. Perfect Draft UK, which sells beer dispensers and kegs, is listed, plus Isle of Harris Distillers, Specialty Drinks Limited and the Whisky Exchange. Appliances sellers AO Retail plus Kitchen Knives Company Cato Group and coffee machine retailer Dura Products are included, while home furnishing businesses Neville Johnson Limited, which makes bespoke fitted furniture, plus Nacken Interiors and Touch Bespoke Joinery also feature in the charge sheet. The outdoor companies are mentioned: Victoronics, Leatherman.co.uk and Whitby & Co. Other retailers listed include Davik Accessories, which sells high-end umbrellas, Binopolis Limited, which makes premium recycling bins, and Make an Entrance Limited, which sells custom doormats. Goods purchased are detailed in separate schedules held by the court and are currently unavailable. The list of firms list ends with "and others," appearing to indicate more retailers may be included. The indictment adds, you did make payment for said items by the use of credit cards or charge cards belonging to the Scottish National Party in the names of Peter Murrell and Susan Ruddock, without the knowledge of the said Susan Ruddock. Ms Ruddock is a former senior SNP official. Murrell also spent more than £81,000 of embezzled money on Amazon over a 12-year period, the indictment claims. The 5th charge on the rap sheet refers to a list of alleged purchases from the online retail giant between the 2nd of August 2010 and January the 13th, 2023. The indictment says these totalled £81,610.19, and as with the alleged spree at 82 other firms detailed in a separate charge, the items were allegedly for your own personal use or the personal use of others. It claims Mr Murrell used credit cards or charge cards belonging to the SNP in the names of himself and fellow party officials Susan Ruddock and Trudy Logan, but without their knowledge. And the charge sheet says these purchases were lodged in SNP accounts in a way which disguised their true nature. The 2,600-word indictment ahead of Murrell's next court appearance on the 20th of February covers alleged crimes spanning 4,538 days, 12 years and 5 months, from August the 12th, 2010 to January the 13th, 2023. Murrell was charged in April 2024 after a police investigation into SNP finances, codenamed Operation Branchform. He made no plea before Edinburgh Sheriff Court in March last year and was bailed. Police later confirmed that Ms Sturgeon, who had been arrested and released without charge in June 2023, was no longer under investigation in the police probe.
I was advised earlier today that after a very thorough investigation of all of the evidence, there will be no action taken against me. In other words, I am completely in the clear. That is the outcome I would always have expected. As I have said to all of you many times, I have done nothing wrong, so I was confident of reaching at this point and getting to this outcome, but obviously it is a relief now to have that confirmed. For almost 2 years I have had this cloud of investigation hanging over me. I think it won't surprise anybody to hear me say that's not been an easy experience, so to reach this point today is obviously something I am relieved about. I've been trying to get on with my life and I now intend to do that.
She announced in January last year that she and Murrell had decided to end their marriage. The former First Minister said the decision had been made with a heavy heart. She posted on Instagram at the time, "To all intents and purposes, we've been separated for some time now and feel it is time to bring others up to speed with where we are. It goes without saying that we still care deeply for each other and always will." The couple first met at an SNP youth event in 1988 and had been together since 2003. They married in Glasgow, where they shared a home together in 2010. Sturgeon unexpectedly announced her resignation as First Minister and SNP leader in February 2023 after 8 years in office. She denied her decision was influenced by the police probe. Murrell resigned as SNP Chief Executive in March 2023, having held the post since 2001. He quit after taking responsibility for misleading the media about party membership numbers. Police Scotland spent more than 2 years looking into what happened to around £660,000 of donations given to the SNP by independence activists. Sturgeon and Murrell's home was searched by officers in April 2023. Police also searched the SNP's Edinburgh HQ and confiscated a motorhome parked in Murrell's mother's driveway in Fife. Murrell made no plea or declaration at Edinburgh Sheriff Court last March. He is expected to appear at the High Court in Glasgow on Friday, the 20th of February.